When the Williamsport Area Millionaires football team takes the field this season, one of their most beloved coaches will be on the sidelines. But that was not a given after assistant varsity coach Keith McCabe was very badly injured in a crash last November. His story and how doctors at Geisinger Medical Center helped him get back to the sidelines is tonight's Healthwatch 16 report.
Healthwatch 16 is sponsored by Geisinger Health System.
If there's one thing Keith McCabe knows, it's football.
We got a lot of young guys. Our numbers have improved. Come on, Riley, get off the ball.
The 29-year-old McCabe is an assistant varsity football coach of the Williamsport Millionaires team and an alum with a passion for the cherry and white.
There's nothing like high school football.
But the fact that he's on the field with not much more than a cane and a limp is nothing short of amazing. Our story starts on a rainy night last November.
And was driving back to our end of the season meeting here at the high school. Unfortunately, never made it to the meeting.
Keith hydroplaned on Route 220, lost control of his car, and crossed into the other lane, directly in the path of a tractor trailer.
At the moment you look up and I see the tractor trailer, I remember the color of it being blue, and I don't remember impact.
It would take rescue crews an hour to get Keith from his mangled vehicle. He has only flashes of memory.
Glass on me, everything destroyed, rain coming down, and hearing a paramedic or my roof being sawed off and saying, "Hey, buddy, you're going to be okay. We got you."
He was pretty beat up.
That's Dr. Susan Barrow, medical director of the trauma ICU at Geisinger.
From our standpoint, we always look more to the patient's brain, to their heart, to their lung, to their internal organs. So the first thing we do is make sure that everything else is okay.
Keith had a number of really major orthopedic injuries.
Over the course of the next few weeks, the orthopedic trauma team operated on Keith 5 times to correct a number of injuries. The crash had shattered both ankles, broken his pelvis, ripped his hip from the socket, and broken a kneecap, among other injuries.
And this is in, I don't know, 1 million pieces?
Dr. Daniel Horowitz was in charge of rebuilding Keith's ankles in 2 separate surgeries.
Early on, he was very motivated and he wanted to know, when will I be back to doing a multitude of things, coaching and exercising. We're pretty careful to say we don't know. Their final outcome, their final status will depend probably 90% on their effort and their work.
It's easy to see that Keith put in that work. After months of rigorous physical therapy, he is back on the field, doing what he loves best. Football may be Keith's thing, but Dr. Barrow says treating trauma patients is the ultimate team sport.
The best gift we can ever get is that people walk back in and their lives are back together.
Keith knows he won't ever be back to the way he was before the crash, but he says one doctor told him not to expect to walk until this Christmas, and obviously he beat those odds. He also wanted to thank the many community members who donated and supported him and his family.
Great to see him doing so well.